Welcome back, everyone, to Iron Fang Invasion. We are picking up after last session where we concluded one really big, intense fight and then went into another fight that was unexpectedly intense and deadly with the jubjub bird, who the token was, I guess, somewhat deceptive of the creature's prowess. But in the end, you guys were able to put it down, and the exciting bit that didn't happen on stream or on recording, but I remembered after the fact, is that you guys, after that session, leveled up to level 15 now. So I figured it would be good to start off this session maybe discussing some of the neat little perks that you guys got. I don't know if anybody has a particular order in mind they want to go, or if you just want to go down the list I see on Roll20.
Let's just go down the list.
All right. First one I see is Kieran. What did Kieran get at 15th level?
All right, so Kieran, 15th level, took his 10th and final level in Dragon Disciple. So I have gone the distance with this prestige class. And at 10th level Dragon Disciple, I do get a bonus to my base attack bonus, which is good because even though I'm 15th level, my BAB is still only a 9. So I needed that. So that'll give me some more attack power. And I get another use of my Form of the Dragon. So now I can do that twice per day instead of just once. And this was a big one because I did get an increase in spell casting. So I get level 6 spells, which unfortunately is as high as I'm going to go with this character because of my stunted spell casting from the prestige class, but it's still pretty sweet that I got level 6 spells. And for my 6th level spell, I got to choose one. I took Chain Lightning just to go along with the theme of Kieran being a blue dragon, electricity based draconic sorcerer. So that's cool. And then also I got a Bloodline spell. I've had this Bloodline spell for a few levels, but I couldn't cast it. It is the actual spell Form of the Dragon one. So if I use both of my uses of this, like the supernatural ability, I can cast this spell to become a dragon. So that's kind of cool.
Nifty.
And then I took for my feat at this level, I took Expanded Arcana again for the 3rd time. So
Nice.
with that, I took 2 additional spells, and I think I'm going to keep those secret for now, just for fun. And then also one last thing is at 15th level, Draconic Sorcerer, that's when I would normally get wings, but I got them at level 9 Dragon Disciple. So instead, I now have, with my wings, 90-foot movement speed with average maneuverability.
Oh, wow. That's still pretty good.
So I can fly super far, and if I'm hasted, even further. So good stuff.
I get it.
Oh, and my blind sense increased to 60 feet versus 30 feet. So
I got 2 questions for you, if you don't mind.
Sure.
So what prevented you of being able to cast Form of the Dragon earlier if you had access to it? Like, what was the problem there?
I couldn't cast level 6 spells.
Gotcha.
So I had it as a bloodline spell, but I just now at this level unlocked level 6 spells.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And then I was also... Oh, I didn't realize it worked like that, but that makes sense. And then does Dragon Disciple get like a level 10, like a big capstone ability, or did you already go over that and I missed it? Like
nope.
something...
I think it's basically just the Form of the Dragon, an extra usage of that, and
Blind Sense.
Blind Sense extends for another 30 feet. Yeah, so not anything like huge, and then like the BAB goes up, but
I guess with that, the only thing left to do is to roll HP, your final D12.
I know. I'm so sad about this because it's going to be a huge drop. I'm going to go from a D12 to a D6 from now on. So
yeah, you
roll
are.
1D12 4. No, the lowest I can get without a reroll is
wonderful.
bummer. So with my
Wonderful.
You
With
still
my
could have rolled
con-
that with your D6 too.
Yeah, I know. With my con of 4 and toughness, I'm now at 169 HP. Nice.
And that's only because your negative level is reducing you by some.
Yeah, so I'm down 5 because of the negative level, so I will go up to 174.
That sucks. You got equivalent HP roll as your con gives you.
Yeah, I know. It's a bummer. And I knew that was going to happen because I think Jason mentioned that my HP rolls are like very yo-yo. Like at last level, I rolled an 11, so I should have known I would roll low this time. But maybe I'll roll all 6s from now on.
That's the lowest d12 that you've rolled. You've rolled 1 5, 1 6. The others are 2 7s and 8, 2 11s, 2 10s.
Yeah.
So,
No 12s?
no 12s.
Shame.
Yeah. Let's see. I just want to see if I were to roll it again.
Of
5.
5.
Okay. All right. I'm
Yeah.
satisfied. That's fine. I'm good.
But what if I were to roll it?
An 8. I would take yours.
Still fine.
But yep. So that is
Alright.
Kieran's level 15.
Next up on my list, I have Justin with Oran. Anything neat with Oran that you just found out, Justin?
Yeah, so terrible cleric. So apparently I had access to a second domain's worth of spells, and there's some really cool ones on there that I'm going to use here shortly. Well, not shortly, but in the very near future. Elemental Body, Stone Skin. I get a cool law domain spell called Shield of Law, which does some really neat stuff, especially against chaotic creatures. And then I get access to an 8th level spell. So I got to kind of pick what 8th level spells I'm going to familiarize myself with. I'm thinking Firestorm will be one, but I haven't narrowed in exactly what it'll be. For a feat, I just took a pretty basic one, extra channel.
Okay.
Just give me a couple extra channels a day, because I'm not I'm not real high on the charisma, so my my channels have always been kind of few and far between. I've only ever had 5 like the entire campaign, so up that and I'll have 7.
All right. Okay. With that, we can have you roll HP. So with a cleric, it's a D8
Money, big money, no whammy, no whammy.
and 8.
Beautiful.
That's a max, which is good because
I was gonna say I'm pretty much back to where I was at.
last
so-
level you rolled a 2, and the level before that you rolled a 3, and the level before that you rolled a 4.
So for reference, before I turned into a halfling, Oran had 136 hit points. I'm back to 135 hit points. So,
Yeah.
so that's
Nice.
wonderful that I'm still 1 hit point shy of where I was.
Would you take your favorite class bonus? Yeah.
Oh yeah, and so I always use my favorite class bonus for HP. So I'm right back at it, boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like nothing ever happened.
Like I never changed.
Nice.
All right, so I'm back to 136.
Next up, we have Gideon.
Yes. So this level, not much changed for me. I got access to a new 5th level spell. My BAB does go up in a way that is significant. I now have a 3rd iterative attack that I can make, which I didn't notice until I went to the front of my character
Oh, is
sheet.
that what that means?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
I never knew that. So I also have a 3rd.
Yeah. So
And it'll
attack.
always hit.
it'll mostly
Yeah,
miss.
it's like a plus 1.
Mine's a plus 13 with all my buffs and things, and that's with everything from the last combat. I'm not sure that's going to hit too often, but I have it.
But it's there.
Yeah. And then that's the ability that I get from my prestige class at 8th level is the ability to cast Detect Evil, which I already had. So now I can detect evil 2 times. But that's okay. Because I picked up a feat called shield slam, and this makes it so that every time Gideon goes to bash with his shield, he also is able to make a free bull rush attempt using that attack roll for the combat maneuver check.
Nothing's free.
Well, this is. It says so. It says if they are hit with a shield bash, they are also hit with a free bull rush.
We'll see about that.
I don't think I'll push too many people around, but I'm able to.
Yeah. All right. So we can have Gideon roll his D8.
Yes.
A
let's go.
5.
That's okay. I'll take that.
All right. And last up, we have Jessup.
So Jessup got a couple things. His BAB also went up, so he's definitely going to be hitting at least 3 times around, guaranteed. He got his Inspire Competence went up 1. He got a new performance, which is Inspire Heroics. I got a new spell, which I will not keep secret. I chose, which I guarantee probably will never use, but I thought it'd be funny. It was Persistent Image, so we'll see if I use it for some shenanigans or so.
Oh, that is an interesting one.
Yeah, just cuz. And so yeah, that was about it. Nothing too crazy.
Do you need more beard hair for that?
No, I'm good for a bit. I could have chosen some of the bread and butter ones that I've seen some other recent bards pick, but I didn't want to. The 5th level spell list is pretty bleak for a bard. When you start getting the higher levels, there's not too many spells to pick from. Yep, that was about it. Oh, and I guess I got a feat there, and I did take Precise Shot, so potentially Jessup might be slightly more competent in ranged attacks now.
So, and then you mentioned when you take Precise Shot, your Kragadan thing now gives you improved Precise Shot?
Yes, so it'll help against enemies with cover.
Cool.
As long as it's not total cover.
Correct. So I don't think we really got into that too much, but I mean, you never know.
All right, and then you can roll your D8.
5.
Is that enough?
I mean,
To,
can I make it a 6 or a 7? I mean,
Like,
no, but like, is that enough
no.
for the purposes of getting your HP over the...
I will be at 99 max HP.
So close.
Oh my gosh.
And because my con went down, otherwise it would have been 100. But I did spice it up a little bit, Jason. I put my favorite class bonus in skill.
Wow. Even at 99, you said
Even
no.
at 99, because I purposely tried to get, because I know that we have some gaps in our knowledges, so I sit down, Josh. I put some ranks in my knowledges here.
I didn't say a single comment.
So I tried to put points in, so I got Dungeoneering up and I got my Nature up. So I got Nature to 20 and Dungeoneering is at 19, and I couldn't have that. I had to have it at even 20, so I'd rather take that than an additional HP.
Gotcha.
Are you just asking to die?
Dude,
Are you just asking to die?
I am sub 100 HP from the get-go. I think only for part of level 14, or most of level 14, I was over 100 HP, and I'm just back down, so.
You're out of your mind.
All right, so that will be interesting to see all of that play out. And yeah, last session, you guys had found yourself, after tree striding through the ancient throne that had been infested with the blight, you used the ring that you found in Nefexi's lair to make yourselves immune to the blight for an hour. Then you tree strode through it using the item that you got from the water fae, and you came to this glen, and in front of you was this massive tree. Now that you're kind of here with the enemy dead, I'll re-describe the scene, and then probably the more important thing. But the overwhelming centerpiece of this eerie clearing is an enormous, ancient, terribly blighted ash tree, so tall it blots out the sun and wide enough to dwarf the girth of any other nearby trees. With withered, strangely marked bark that looks more akin to rotting skin and drooping branches that weep putrid mold This tree casts an ominous pall over the entire sickly meadow. Beyond this 100-foot wide clearing that you originally entered, as far as the eye can see, you see grotesque blooms of fungus spring up amid angry briars. Now that you guys have a little bit of time to look around after the fight, you're kind of taking in your surroundings a little bit more, but probably the more important thing that three of you would notice is that Jessup doesn't look the same anymore. And as you can see on the new token we have, his skin is much darker than it was before, and his hair much lighter, and his form is a bit... Well, I guess, Brandon, do you think that he's, like, fit now? Like, what does he look like now?
I think he's not like Kieran cut, but I would say he looks like he's done some CrossFit. He's certainly dropped some pounds. His clothes might be a wee bit baggy for him, I would imagine. Yeah,
so that's what the three of you see as you take this all in. What would you like to do?
But we also had met Rizarin, so Oran had not, but like Kieran and Gideon had met Rizarin, so it's not our first encounter with like a drow type, right?
It's probably funny because Jessup probably resembles Rizarin more now than he did when he was human.
Right, makes sense. Yeah.
Which he was a half elf, you know what I mean? But I kind of played it that he bled more into having more elf qualities than he did human. So
all right, so Kieran will come out of the dragon form and kind of takes a look at the surroundings because he went through the fight pretty much unscathed for once. So, you know, shockingly enough, he wasn't on death's door for that combat.
Shocking.
Yeah, shocking grasp. And he'll look at Jessup and kind of, again, like he did with Oran, just kind of tilt his head like a dog does. And then he'll say, all right, now this is getting really weird. Gideon, I don't know what to expect if you die and come back as some crazy thing. I mean, it suits you, Jessup. You remind me very much of when I met Rizarin, but that's certainly not what I would have expected.
Yes, it's definitely quite peculiar.
Oh, goodness. Oh, no. This is weird. You don't even sound like Jessup.
Maybe we must go find Grocher again and see if he'll bite me in the buttocks.
I mean, we probably could. And then, who knows, if you died again, maybe you'd be turned into something else. And Kieran's kind of like walking around, kind of looking at you.
For what it is worth, Jessup, I am sure that changing form must be difficult. But your new body, I believe it suits you.
Well, it's a bit better than what I got going on.
To be honest,
I'd trade.
Your hair is definitely the best of all of us now.
I don't think it quite works that way, Oran, but it is quite the weight loss journey, if that's what you're looking for.
I mean, I could just use a few more inches up top, if you know what I mean.
So, do you feel physically different, Jessup? Do you feel stronger? Do you feel more lithe? Hardier?
I wouldn't say hardier, but yes, physically more capable, I believe. I feel somewhat back in my youth. Jessup kind of looks at his hands. I think in Elvish terms, I'm actually quite youthful.
I never thought about it that way, but that's a good point. Jason, what would I roll to find out about drow? Would that just be knowledge local, I guess? Because they're not really local.
I like that sigh. I like that
Would
sigh.
it be like dungeoneering? Because I feel like that would fit.
Like, I almost want to say dungeoneering, right? Because, like, local doesn't really feel right.
Okay. So I can roll a dungeoneering and just see what happens. Oh, natural 20.
I didn't think you had dungeoneering. Interesting.
No, see, the funny thing about Dragon Disciples is that I technically have access to all knowledges. I just don't get them unless I put a rank in. So I've kind of been retroactively putting ranks into knowledges as we go through the adventure path. So after we came out of the Darklands, I put a rank into dungeoneering. So I only have a +7, but I figured as he's experiencing these things, he's learning more about the biomes and probably learning from you, Jessup. So hopefully I can at least maybe start to help aid you on stuff, if
That's
nothing
true.
else.
That's a good point. I was going to tell you to stay in your lane, but I appreciate it, though. Appreciate it.
Just trying to give you an extra little bump.
Yeah.
But yeah, so with a natural 20, do I know... I would know about... not dwarves. I said dwarves. Drow.
You know nothing of dwarves.
You don't necessarily know a lot about Drow, but you do recall maybe some conversations you had with Flendak, the Duragar, when you were going through the Darklands, and he had mentioned Drow. So he could have easily maybe given like a description, some minor details about Drow. So with that roll, I'd say that you can recall a lot of your conversations with him for some of the more surface details about Drow.
Okay, so like I know about their light sensitivity issue.
You would know that. I mean, that's not exclusive to Drow. You'd know that pretty much everybody in the Darklands has that. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, that's gonna stink. But I guess for now we're in like the deep overgrown forest, so that's not gonna be an issue right now.
Nope. Moving on to some of the other bits of information. I think I had just mentioned at the end of last session that if you guys were to do your general look around and do detect magic, you would have detected a aura coming from an item tied around the neck of the jubjub bird, almost like a collar, but with a little thing hanging off the end. And if you were to linger on it a bit, you would detect that it is a strong aura of transmutation and necromancy. And if you were to go up to it and kind of hone in on what this is, you see that it's a tarnished gold scepter with the ends of this scepter are shaped into sickly, withered-looking leaves. And the scepter's rod has 4 slots, and it looks like you could probably fit 4 large ring-like objects into the scepter's rod there. And that's all that you visually see. I'll need a spellcraft to identify what this item is.
I will try to aid someone.
This will go well.
I will aid as well. Kieran.
Okay. I did put another skill point into spellcraft, so we'll see how this goes.
Gideon helping?
Yeah.
All right, so we've got +6 to this roll, and I roll a natural 20
Wow.
again, so a 44.
All right. With a 44, you are able to identify that this is a major artifact. It is known as Dryad's Song. And I believe you all have heard of this before, I think. Back when Carburton Lightbrand was giving you a history lesson on Kragadan's relationship with the Fangwood, he had mentioned that the first expedition of dwarves to the Fangwood, who won Genduin's favor 700 some years ago, were gifted an artifact called the Dryad's Song, with which they could call her aid. But when they lost contact with her and sent an expedition to figure out what happened, they armed the expedition with the Dryad's Song as a defensive measure, and that expedition never returned, and it was lost. So you believe that this is the centuries-lost major artifact that was given to the dwarves, and I will show you the actual item as you have successfully identified all of its properties.
Wow. Corrupted.
Yes, you note that with that roll, you note that this is a corrupted version of the artifact. It can hold 4 large rings. Each ring has a phrase engraved into it with in abyssal. The first ring says Princess of the Blasted Heath, which you would all immediately recognize as the phrase of the ring that you found in Nefexi's lair, which is currently being held by Wendell. There are 3 other rings that say shall stand proud to station earned. Moss and rot shall grow unchecked, till all hands bear the sin they've earned. And then the other bits of the item that you identify is you know that the corrupted dryad song has limited control over the dark blight. With a single ring embedded into it, you can cast Entangle and Wood Shape 3 times a day. With 2 rings, you can do Blight, Diminish Plants, Plant Growth, and Tree Stride once a day. With 3 rings, you can do Black Tentacles once per day. And with all 4 rings, you can recite the full poem as a full round action to purge a single creature within 60 feet of the Dark Blight's taint, as if you had successfully cast Remove Curse and Remove Disease. All of these only affect, all of the other spell abilities only affect fungus and plants that have been infected with the Dark Blight. And you've already identified this when you identified the ring itself, but a single ring on its own maintains some control. Reading the phrase allows you to grant basically 10 creatures immunity to the Dark Blight for an hour. So yeah, you learn all of that about this major artifact, this corrupted major artifact, which is now in your possession.
I guess we must find those other rings.
Yeah, well, we have one at least, so I'm not sure. Wendell, you said that your people had the other rings, right? So this ring was from your sister, and your grandmother talked about the other rings?
Oh no! Wendell kind of pops up right in the middle of all 4 of you. He's like, oh no! Wendell only knows of the one ring. Grandmother had one ring. She stole the ring. I don't know from whom or when, but that was the only ring Wendell knows about.
Oh, I see. All right. So it's possible that the other rings are wherever Arlantia is.
Could be Wendell. Wendell does not know.
Well, this is a very, very priceless artifact, and we'll have to keep it very safe, and then hopefully we can find the other rings and make it whole again, I suppose.
Was there any locations we had not explored yet?
I mean, we just stepped through the tree, so
I think we're tree surfing.
All of this is new territory. Isn't this what was supposed to lead us to Arlantia's tree?
Yes. Yep. You know that this was going to lead you to Arlantia's tree, which you assume to be the colossal tree right in the center of the area. If you guys were to take a little bit of time to look around, as I was saying, you have time to do that now. You would note that the markings on the tree's bark are actually runes written vertically in Abyssal. And the runes spell out a repeated phrase in the language Abyssal that says, I assume Jessup reads that, so I'll just read it out. The princess of the blasted heath, long may she reign. And as you're walking around, at the tree's western base, you do find 2 gnarled roots that form like a thumb-sized opening that reveals like an inky blackness beyond. And above this opening is carved the same rune that you saw at the shrine where you met Groger, the rune of Sith Visug, his unholy symbol. And with a little bit of intuition perhaps on some of your parts, you would also note that the size and shape of the little thumb-sized hole in the tree actually perfectly matches the size of the Dryad song rod, almost as if it's like a key. And you would notice this whole time that Wendell's just kind of like staring at Dryad song the whole time with like wide-eyed fascination.
Well, I don't want to be the one to do it necessarily, but it looks like this is supposed to go into that area like a key slot, maybe?
Oh, Wendell, let Wendell do it. Wendell will do it. If you don't want to do it, Wendell will do it.
Are you sure, Wendell? It looks kind of ominous. I don't know what will happen to the person that does it.
Indeed, it could be very dangerous. You could die. And you don't have a Groger butt bite.
Oh, yes. Well, that would not be good. Wendell does not want it to die. But Dryad's song, all the Forest Fae know of it by sight. Yes. That was, Genduin's panoply. It can call the Fangwood's dryads to arms, turn the trees upon trespassers like savage dogs. Yes, when Wendell will use the dryad song. Wendell never got to touch. Wendell only heard legends.
Jessup kind of kneeled down to get as close as he can to his level. You do understand that this is corrupted.
Oh, He kind of sniffs the air. He's like, oh, it smells foul, wrong, blasphemous. Maybe Wendell doesn't touch it.
Yes, I do believe that the thing you're speaking of is not quite what we have here yet.
Oh, okay. Wendell will not touch it then. One of you can use it. Do you need the ring? He kind of pulls out the ring that he had. He says, I can lend it to you.
I would take a guess we need all 4 rings, but nevertheless, we should put 1 ring on, and give the staff to Gideon, and have him stick it in the hole. If anyone will meet their maker, it should be Gideon, because he can come back.
We just don't know as what, though. He could come back as a monstrous plant creature for all we know.
Well, I would embrace that change should Milani choose that form for me.
Oh, will he come back as a quickling?
I could come back as anything, if needs to come back.
Being a quickling is very fun.
I can imagine. How many rings do we have, Jessup?
Just the 1, correct?
Yes, just the 1.
Well, I can't even begin to think about how we would find the other 3. Do you want to try the key now? And he offers his hand out to take the rod and the other items.
Kieran will hand it to him if he wants to try it. I mean, honestly, I don't know what else we would do with it. I mean, if we think this will help us get to where Arlantia is, but it's hard to say. It could have disastrous consequences.
Well, let's say that is correct. Are we in condition to go fight her now?
I'm still dealing with some repercussions from coming back to life yesterday, which should hopefully be gone in a couple of hours, but other than that, I'm doing okay on spells, at least.
I feel great, other than being swallowed.
Yeah, that must have been pretty harrowing.
Yeah, but it's not the first time, so, you kind of get used to it after a while.
So just so I'm understanding this, where we are right now, Jason, we can see the giant tree, but we don't know how to get to it?
You're standing literally at the base of the tree.
Yeah.
Oh, this tree on the map is the tree.
Yeah, you're at the tree.
That's why we
okay.
came here.
Yes.
Yeah, the jubjub bird seemed to be some sort of like guard bird.
I see. Yes, that was a very good guard. So hopefully whoever said last time that the bodyguards are stronger than the actual master, hopefully you're correct, and that Arlantia will be easy to fight and not a problem, and we'll all survive and live happily ever after.
Jessup awkwardly just kind of looks away.
Jace, out of game. From what we know of the narrative, we don't know what happened to Arlantia, right? Like, we just know that it's all blighted now and the other ones didn't come back, like the last adventurers.
All that you know is that Genduin disappeared, and the only dwarf that ever made it back out of the Fangwood of like several expeditions they sent in, like several war parties that they sent in, the only one that ever returned came back horribly diseased, blighted, died soon after, but carried a message that the Fangwood belonged to Arlantia, Princess of the Blasted Heath, pretty much. So you also, it was hinted at the fact that the water spirit lady that you spoke to, the Nereid, she had mentioned having known Arlantia when she was a sapling before all of this happened. So like, you don't necessarily know like when she got corrupted or any of that stuff, but you just know that she kind of seemed to have usurped power or something, and she seemed to have spread and caused the blight. Genduin is the Earth Princess, or Earth Goddess, as the dwarves called her, because she wielded immense power, and she was the one that they went to inquire about the fate of the Mindspin Mountains.
Gotcha.
And she brokered an alliance with them.
Correct. And that's the one we've lost contact with.
The contact was lost with her like 600 years ago, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Genduin good, Arlantia bad, Nefexi dead.
That's what you think.
Ooh.
Ooh. princess. This is corrupted, though.
Yes, everything is corrupted.
And we only found one ring. That's it. So all we have is Princess of the Blasted Heath.
Yes.
Well, I don't see another way forward. Do any of you?
And we probably just gotta go ahead and stick it in and see what happens.
Then I will take this action.
Good luck.
Thank you. Milani, as I step into this unknown, please guide my actions and protect me from what might come against me. Alright, here I go. Wish me luck.
Yes, good luck. Jessup leans into Kieran. I'm gonna guess some sort of orc.
That would be interesting. We haven't really dealt with too many of them, so I think that would add a bit of nice flavor to our little party here.
Yeah, but I do still feel that Oran will carry some sort of hatred for him.
It's very possible. I think orcs and dwarves have pretty contentious backgrounds, so maybe that would add tension that we don't really need. But I do have to say now, I'm very curious. It's like a fun game. We could place bets on it and see who's closest to what it is. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't want Gideon to die by any means, but the way that man works, it's pretty much a foregone conclusion at this point. So it's just a matter of time before we see what's really going on, what he comes back as.
Jace, how far into this do I have to go? Like all the way to the bottom?
Yeah, you basically just have to go to the base of the tree. And are you putting in Dryad's song?
He will. He'll offer another quick prayer to the inheritor to help him be strong and cut down evil people. And then, we'll go for it.
Any other gods you want to pray to before?
Oh, yeah. His whole pantheon. He just
The whole pantheon, yeah.
Yeah, just offers him.
Just for good measure.
Yep.
You place Dryad's song into the opening in the tree, and the whole tree explodes and you all die. No.
The campaign.
End
It's
of
like,
the
"Hey,
campaign.
you idiots, that's not what you were supposed to do.
How dare you follow plot threads? What fools.
No, so you put it in and you kind of, nothing happens. So like you turn it like a key, and all of a sudden the little thumb-sized opening there expands into a 10-foot wide entryway that seems to lead underground into the tree.
Ah, I see.
It's seriously always underground.
Huh.
Always.
I never would have thought that would happen. Well, slapped my tush and called me an uncle.
Well, gentlemen, it seems that I do not traverse this next trial alone. We go
my
down.
jokes do not carry the same weight in this voice.
Oh, you're charming as ever, Jessup. Don't you worry. Just, you have a regal quality now, almost.
I miss the old one.
Don't say things like that. Or you just don't like change. All right,
Dwarves are known for their change. Oh, wait, not a dwarf anymore.
I'll lead the way. Let's stay relatively close. How wide is this gap that goes down?
It's a 10-foot wide entryway, yeah. So you all
I
enter.
prefer it with a slide. Like a slide into the, the final boss room. Just a nice wooden slide.
Is everybody healed up?
Mostly.
Yep, I'm full.
Yeah, other than just the HP because we haven't rested, but yeah. I am still energy drained though. I don't know when exactly that goes away. Or I mean temporary negative level, Jason. I'm not sure for.
In like 2 hours.
Oh man, we're gonna finish this book without me having my full levels.
Well, I have 2 permanent negative levels, so that's cool.
Yeah, so does. Well, Oran got rid of his, didn't he?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Oh, I was Breath of Life too, so I should add in a negative level.
Yes, you should.
You
Get
cheater!
on there, you filthy cheater.
Oh,
You cheater!
All of a sudden, Gideon slumps just a little bit.
Did you die to the bird?
Yes, but
Yeah.
you brought him back before his
I
change
should have
occurred. Because
let
remember
him
you-
revive.
You remember you were like, I don't want to make that choice for him, but then we were
Yeah.
like, but then that could be saving that for something else, and yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys proceed down into the darkness of the tree. And as you continue, you probably have a mixture of dark vision, low light vision. I don't know if you guys are casting any sort of actual light source or not.
I've never been able to see better. Interesting.
So you guys are looking around. You see that the dark blight pretty much entirely makes up the walls and passages of this tree. It's a massive underground structure, it looks like. You just keep going down. Eventually, it seems to open up into a much wider area. And it's actually surprising. It's like an entire cave system down here. The ceilings rise almost to 60 feet above you in some places as you're looking ahead. And you can see fungal growths hanging off of everything, even the stalactites above you. The infrastructure here looks like it's made of intertwined thread-like mycelia that forms the floors, the walls, the interior structures. You see little ripples in the ground, and then small changes in elevation, because this is essentially the inside of like a tree. But for the most part, it's nothing that would cause, like, it would not affect your movement for the most part. You note that the fungal dark blight growths, they don't count as vegetation or plant matter for the purposes of spells that would normally work on stuff, unless you're using Dryad's Song to do those spells. And unless otherwise noted, in this first area you arrive in, it's dim lighting, thanks to phosphorescent moss and lanterns all over the area. And I will move you to the map.
I did cast Dark Vision Communal just to have that. So even though it's
yourself?
dim light, for me and Gideon, we each get 6 hours of that.
Okay.
Thank you.
And don't know if you saw it, Sarah, but Jessup cast Unshakable Zeal on Kieran.
Ooh, thank you.
And for the whole group, by the way, I went ahead and used that new spell I got, Hunter's Blessing. So as we go down in here, you'll get a +2 sacred bonus on initiative checks, perception, stealth, and survival while we're underground. And then if we end up fighting the Fae today, it'll be a +2 sacred bonus, but that's towards Fae.
You guys do see the new map, right?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So there's a small little section on the one side that you guys can pop yourselves down at.
Listen, I'm just stunned because Gideon faltered, and I thought that would never happen. You know?
When did Gideon falter?
He cast Shield Other on Jessup. Like, Jessup doesn't even take damage. Come on. Come on. Okay? So you clearly faltered. You got scared. You faltered. Honestly, I think your god should abandon you because of that.
Salty.
I would say Jessup is with you at least.
Jessup's not my god.
All right. So let me describe what you guys see. The steep passage that you guys took upon entering Arlanch's tree widens here, and the ground, a strange thatching made up of stringy, moldy, tightly intertwined roots, levels out. The smell of rot hangs heavy in the moist air, and thick vines and roots run along the ceiling, and the walls pulse with a foul energy. Here and there, slimy moss clings to the thatching. Dozens of tiny, bloodshot eyes watch from all directions. And in front of you, you can see you smell the scent of stagnant water and algae, choking a sprawling cavern, bubbling from a glassy, scum-covered water, filling most of the room. A beach of decaying roots, colorful mushrooms, and clay lines the pond's banks, and all around it grow willows pockmarked with greasy black splotches. Across the pond stretches a sturdy bridge made of entwined roots and moss.
I guess we cross, right?
How does the
Yeah.
bridge look? How rickety?
It's a sturdy bridge made of intertwined roots and moss.
Right, but
Kieran's
upon
flying.
observation,
Sturdy.
how sturdy are we talking?
Sturdy.
Well, I'll wait for you, Gideon, to get across, and if it holds your mass, I should be fine. I weigh less now.
It creaks under his mass and breaks when you walk
All
across
right,
it.
I take a 5-foot step.
I mean, I suppose I could dimension door us, but this is more fun.
It seems like a waste. It's a short little bridge.
So you guys cross the bridge. Actually,
Jason's like, I'm not even playing these games.
as you guys make your way across,
I'm
No.
going one at a time.
You get-
know.
about halfway across, and all of a sudden, on either side of this cavern, the water begins to move quickly in a spiraling vortex that shoots out of the ground, out of the water, forming two massive creatures.
Oh, who would have guessed?
those look like water elementals.
Wow.
You don't know.
Water elementals.
But you see them pop up and they rear their arms back, ready to slam down on the bridge. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Don't forget your +2 sacred bonus.
I have heightened awareness on that I'm just going to go ahead and expend for the initiative bonus.
Jessup should have, but he didn't. So,
All right. As these creatures burst out from the water, from the murky pond below, in the first round of initiative, Oran goes first, actually.
I don't want to.
Roll a knowledge. See if you can identify them.
Oh, I do have knowledge planes. That'd be what it is, right?
Yes.
Do I learn anything with a 7? Oh boy.
I would say that it's common enough that you would know they're water elementals, but you have no idea what category of water elemental.
Oh, I mean, well, based on the size and the size of my elementals, that is a greater water elemental. Yes? Yes.
You don't know?
You don't know. No confirmation.
Guessing somewhere in the 150 hit point range, guys. Maybe 160. I'm just going to delay.
Okay. Next up is Kieran.
All right, Kieran will also try, but will likely fail. So I roll a 22.
22 is enough to identify the category, but you don't get any special information about them. You identify both of these as elder water elementals.
Ooh. So even more than what you said, Oran.
Yes.
Neutral, huge extraplanar creatures.
Yikes. Okay. I have a lot of options of stuff to do, but I don't know what they're resistant to. So I will use this turn to just cast a mirror image.
Okay.
And I think 1d4 plus 1 per 3 caster levels. Yes! I'm up to another thing. So 7 images.
Moving on from Kieran, we've got Gideon,
I'll delay.
who is delaying bringing us to the elder water elementals. They are both acting at this point, basically. The one up north is going to go first. It is going to attempt 2 slam attacks, I do think. So, who does it attack? Let's see, roll 1d3. So I'm going to say 1 is Gideon, 2 is Kieran, 3 is Oran. 1, Gideon. So, first attack is a 38.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Second slam is a 41.
Believe it or not, that's still gonna do it.
So you will take 21 points of bludgeoning damage from the first attack, and actually the exact same from the other one. So
21.
yes, so a total of 42 from the collective 2 attacks.
I will act.
Okay, so
Actually,
you're going after its turn?
I'll go after Jessup.
Okay, so you're not acting now.
Yeah, I changed my mind. Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. That is the elemental's turn. The next elemental is going to just kind of 5 a step over to be a little bit better positioned. Flanking 2 of you, I'm going to roll a d2. 1 is Kieran, 2 is Oran. 2, we're going after Oran. So this one's going to make 2 slams. Flanking, that is a 40-something. I don't know the exact number, but it's 40-something.
I will only accept the exact number.
Okay, 1 second.
No, I'm kidding. It's 34.
44?
Yeah, that hits.
And then a 36.
Yeah, those will both hit.
Okay. So Oran will take 22 and 22. I'm rolling the same thing on all these. So you take a total of 44 damage from the 2 attacks. And that will be the elemental's turn. Jessup, you are up.
Holy crap. Let's see. Haste.
He sounds so dignified when he's just like, oh, holy crap.
I'm trying to still say Jessup stuff in slightly regal, non-Jessup voice.
No, it's
hard.
great. It's
No,
great.
it's
It's
excellent.
awesome.
Yeah.
It's just really funny.
Okay, don't worry, friends. Haste and inspire courage.
Woohoo!
Oh, and I shall attempt my own monster lore.
All right. Knowledge planes.
All right, let's see what I got here. I'm going to roll twice. 30.
30. That will get you a piece of information. You also identify them as elder water elementals, neutral, huge, outsiders. Is there anything in particular about elder water elementals you would like to know?
Resistances / immunities, defenses, I guess.
So you know that they do have DR. They're immune to bleed, paralysis, poison, sleep, stunning. They are not subject to crits or flanking, or sneak attacks, and those are the big ones. So DR plus all that.
So lightning good.
Yeah, you don't know of any elemental resistances that they would have.
I think, gentlemen, we are free to attack. And yes, it's 5-foot step. So I guess, yeah, because I could do that as a swift action now, because you guys pointed out that I was an idiot bard.
I never said that.
No, I filled in the blanks. Don't worry, Josh. I get it. So yeah, swift action, start off my performance, standard action haste, 5-foot step, move action, pull up my bow.
All right. Gideon, you wanted to go?
Yeah, I would like to go.
Okay, move you to the bottom.
We'll go ahead and put out an invocation of destruction. Then we will roll to cast defensively a level 3 spell. So I need to get a 21 or higher, is that right?
Yep.
I succeed. And I'll give everyone good hope.
Everybody has good hope. And is that your turn?
Oh, and I'll swift action heal.
Yeah, that'll bring us back up to the top of round 2 with Oran.
Okay. Guess I'll channel.
Yeah, the elementals will take that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm healing the elementals to try and gain favor with them. Wow.
Nice.
Wow.
Yikes.
Solid.
16 on 8d6. Ugh.
Highest roll was a 4.
I did 11 on 3 of them. Buddy. That's
So he
pretty
does
bad.
get the 8d6 even though we haven't rested yet?
Oh, yeah, I guess I did.
No, he does.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, same thing for my spell, I guess, also, technically. Yeah. Should I not have done that?
I didn't count it that we got him. Did we get him?
Somebody's a cheater.
Is he cheating? Is he cheating?
I gained a spell slot, and then I checked it off like it was used for pretend.
Yeah, I didn't take any of my level 8s. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, so do you want to... I forgot about our level up rules. You got to rest. So do you want to just take that off?
Yep. I'll check it off.
We identify as rested. That's fine.
We identify as rested.
Fortunately, that's not quite how it works, but I'll just uncast it, and I'll undo the buff, and we should have had 2 less for our...
I think Jessup still went last.
So Oran channels, heals everybody up a little bit there.
16. And then he's going to try and move.
Okay.
And hope not to die.
That will provoke from both of them, who would both be flanking you at the time at which this occurs.
Yep.
So we'll see how that works. That's a 36,
That will hit.
followed by a 45.
That'll hit.
All right. So you will take another... With both of those added together, it will be 38 more damage.
Still up.
All right.
Never gonna
And
tip me down.
I guess I can reveal a little bit more here because you're actually...
Watch, there's a horde of enemies right on the other side of the bridge.
You still have 60-foot dark vision with the crown, right?
Correct. Yep.
Yes, I'll just reveal like this bit,
Shrieking mushrooms. Are those shrieking mushrooms?
They look like giant mushrooms for sure. They are different than shrieking mushrooms, though. They don't appear
Okay.
to be the same breed, but they are large mushrooms.
Okay.
That'll bring us to Kieran.
All right. Kieran will 5-foot fly here and will full attack this elemental.
Okay.
So my first attack is... These are all with my glaive. So first attack is a 39.
That'll hit.
Hasted attack is a...
Ooh.
I know they can't be crit, but it is a natural 20.
Yep.
So
it'll
that will
hit.
still be a hit. And then my iterative is a 27.
27 will also hit.
Okay. So first damage is 29 slashing and 2 electricity.
Okay.
Second damage is 22 slashing, 3 electricity.
Okay.
Third damage is 29 slashing, 5 electricity.
All right. Yeah, you slash into it 3 times, and as Jessup had warned you, they do have some sort of DR, so it looks like not all that went through, but you definitely did swing through several chunks of the flowing water that makes up its body, splattering bits of it to the wall, and you do think that you did quite a bit of damage despite its DR.
Okay, and let me correct myself. It's acid damage from my gloves, not electricity. So if that
Yep,
makes a
that's fine.
difference.
That doesn't make any. It doesn't matter for them.
Okay, all right, that's my turn.
So Oran went, Kieran went. We're back to the elementals. At this point, each of them have their own good target, so we'll just go with that. So Red will go after Gideon. So first attack, that's no longer flanking, so that is only a 32.
Hits.
Okay. Second
No,
attack.
doesn't. Sorry, I'm not flat-footed anymore. My
Okay.
apologies.
I'm like, what happened to tanky Gideon?
I was
Took off his shield and pants.
Yeah.
Second attack is actually a natural 2, which will also miss. So the second water elemental will go after Kieran with a natural 18 and a natural 13. So that's a 37. So both of those will hit, but we have to roll images for you.
Yes.
So 1d8.
One of those misses, one of those hits. So one of them gets rid of an image, and then I get hit by
You
the
lose
second one.
1 image, and then you take 16 points of
2
damage.
16? Okay.
Yep. That brings us to Jessup.
Jessup will maintain performance. Then he will swift action arcane strike, and then he will just attempt a full round barrage. And I believe both of them are within 30. Nope, just this one. Ooh, nope. Actually,
No, yeah, they're both within 30.
Would, because of their size or anything, would this receive any sort of cover with Kieran? Because he is in the way, or no?
I would say because there would be partial cover in either direction. You're kind of shooting through a gap.
Okay.
I think it makes sense to have some cover there.
So I'm going to go after the one on Gideon then, because I have full,
Yep, there's
full range
nothing.
of that.
There's nothing there for you.
All right,
Yep.
so we are going to... I could delete this fire into melee garbage I got on there. That felt good.
Yeah.
Okay. Arcane Strike. We've got Haste. We've got Point Blank. And Jessup's got 4 delicious shots, of which one probably will only hit.
Oh my.
All right, I got a 40. I got a nat 20. Doesn't matter. Would have not confirmed anyway. 34 and a 31.
All 4 of those will hit.
Oh, well, bullocks. All right, so 18 piercing minus DR, 22 piercing minus DR, 19 piercing minus DR, and 22 minus DR. And then I will roll my 4 d6 for my own discordant. Another 14. Not too shabby. Just a 5-foot step.
Like Kieran, you do know that not all that damage went through, but given how many times you attacked and with the sonic vibrations that were carried through with the arrows, you think that you pierced 4 pretty substantial holes in the water elemental. They do get kind of reformed, but a pretty big chunk of it got taken out there in that go. After Jessup is Gideon.
He is going to swift action heal up. He can't reach them is the sad part. So he'll go ahead and cast offensively a level 1 spell. So I think I just automatically do it. Yes, okay. He'll get himself some hedging weapons. And he'll 5-foot step there. Move action, nothing.
Okay. Moving on. Top of round 3 is Oran.
I will cure critical wounds.
Joke's on you, the elementals had 50-foot reach.
No! Hey, that's better. And then I guess I'll just 5-foot step here.
All right. And that goes straight to Kieran.
Okay. Kieran will do a full attack again. So first attack with the glaive is a 31.
That'll hit.
Hasted attack is a 35, and iterative is a 33. So first damage is 28 slashing, 4 acid. This next one is 30 slashing, 5 acid. And 30 slashing, 6 acid.
All right. And
Max damage on those last two. Good grief. And 15 discordant voice.
It's pretty good.
Darn you, water elementals!
do you have to make a fly check for being hit last round?
Oh,
Is that
maybe.
how that works for you?
Oh my. That might fail. What does
I don't-
average maneuverability give me?
It's just the baseline. So there's no bonuses, no penalties.
Okay.
Not the fly spell.
I did the same thing. It gave me the fly spell.
Every stinking time.
Oh, if you are flying using wings and take damage while flying, you must make a DC 10 fly check to avoid losing 10 feet of altitude. So I made the fly check.
You'll never succeed on that.
I can fail and still succeed.
Yep. Okay, you're good. And that is your turn. Again, you see that you do, despite its DR, you do some very heavy damage. The vast majority of the creature has been dissipated. It's kind of barely holding on to its form at this point, but it still survives.
It should get smaller, so it should go from being like elder to greater
That's not
to
how it works.
large to
That would be
medium.
far too complicated.
Wait. Did we skip Wendell? Doesn't he get his crossbow?
He does, yeah. He's waiting for his moment at the start of turn 4. Okay. Kieran, is that all your turn?
Yep, I'm done.
Brings us to the Elementals. And
Since
they're...
there's less of them, their attack bonus goes down and damage die get reduced, correct?
No. They enter Barbarian Rage and they're stronger now.
Oh, that does make
No.
sense.
So the 2 attacks on Gideon, they're just going to keep attacking who they were. That time we get a 42. And the second attack is a natural 1. But I think the 42 will hit. So, Gideon, you will take 21 points of damage. And then against Kieran, we get a 41, followed by a 38.
Yep, both of those tentatively hit. D7 for the first,
Gets rid of 1 image
and then a D6.
and another image.
Okay.
Bringing us to Jessup.
I just noticed the
I tried
elementals
to draw
now
angry eyes on him.
they have eyebrows.
Well, the bottom one's more angry. The other
They
one
have
looks
very
like
bushy eyebrows.
He split a unibrow in half. I'm attacking the unibrow. So maintain, Swift Arcane, and we'll do it again. Rinse and repeat.
All right.
We shall see. 38, 23, 28, 29.
The 23 will miss.
Well, crap baskets. Let's shoot anyway. All right. 22 damage on the first, 17 on the third, and 19 on the fourth attack. And then I will roll 3d6 and another 10. Discordant.
All right. Again, you do some pretty hefty damage, but it still stands. Is there anything else you can do on your turn?
No.
All right. That'll bring us to Gideon.
We'll total defense.
Okay. That'll bring us to the top of round 4. Wendell will make a sneak attack, of which these creatures are immune, but he doesn't know that. So he'll go against the one that Kieran is shooting, I guess.
He does get Inspire.
All right, yeah, noted. That might still hit, though. Yeah, so he does hit, but I don't, because there's no sneak attack damage. So.
Yeah, but their damage reduction probably makes his attack useless.
What is the bonus from?
4 now? Let me double check. Yes,
Oh,
it's
he
plus
can't
4.
damage them. Without sneak attack, he cannot deal damage to them.
Yeah, didn't we talk about it? His bow's like a 1d3 plus 1 or something
Yep.
like that.
Yep. He fires off an arrow, but it is just completely negated by the damage reduction of the creature.
Oh, poor Wendell.
If he had gotten sneak attack, it would have been an extra 21 damage.
Wait,
but
did he have Gideon's Destruction on for plus 3 sacred bonus?
If he's within 30 feet, he can count as my ally.
You definitely should.
So he could.
He's not. He's 40 feet away from you.
Oh, Gideon! Why did you not
I'm 5
stand
foot
near
step
the invisible guy?
there. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Oh, darn it. We were so close.
That was Wendell's standard. He's gonna, I think, natural invisibility he can do real quick, so he'll just pop back into invisibility. Right after Wendell is Oran.
I'm gonna cure critical wounds again.
All right.
And then 5 foot step there.
Okay. Brings us to Kieran.
All right, Kieran will just rinse and repeat, pun intended. I will do my first attack with my glaive, which is a 35. My hasted 41. My iterative is 37. And so my damage on the first is 27 slashing, 5 acid.
Just so you know, the damage on your first one is enough to put it down.
Okay.
You would have instead a move action if you would like to take it, because you did not actually have to use your other attacks.
Tempting. I will move.
As it disappears and then falls back into the pond below.
All right, I will move 10 feet there.
That will provoketh.
Okay.
It rolls.
Probably could just 5 foot step twice. This turn and next turn.
Nope, I wanted to do that.
It only rolls a 28.
That does not hit, but it does pop an image.
Okay, that is it. That's your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
It is that elemental's turn now. So I guess I will roll a d2 to see which of you it goes after. 1 is Gideon, 2 is Kieran. It'll keep going after the same guy.
Nice.
Natural 2 will miss. Natural 19 might do it, though. That would make it a 43.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And a natural 19 is a tentative critical hit. So following up with an even 40.
Are you sure about that?
16 on the die, yep. All right. So I just have to roll a thing. 1d100 against your 50%, 25%, 25%, 50%?
50%.
Okay. 61.
So it works.
So the crit will succeed. So you will take 38 points of damage from the critical hit. And that is its turn. It's actually going to step back slightly. And that will take us to Jessup.
Oh, yeah. So, free action maintain, swift arcane, and pew pew pew.
All right.
39, 25, 31, 32.
All of those will hit.
21 damage, 18 damage, 20 damage, 19 damage, and then discordant for 16.
All right. You see it at the point where it looks like it is practically about to collapse, just like the other one was, but it does manage to barely maintain its form.
Darn it.
Anything else?
Go, Wendell!
Go, Wendell.
Okay, that'll bring us to Gideon.
He'll go ahead and throw one of his floating weapons. Let's see here. Which ones do I have? Long sword and glaive. He'll throw one of the glaives, I guess. And that will be just a ranged attack.
All right.
I would love if one of your deities' favorite weapons was like a bow and arrow, and so it's just like you throw a bow.
Throw the bow. Yeah.
25?
25 will hit the Elder Water Elemental.
2d6 of force damage.
3 damage.
I do get my discordant on that.
And with Jessup's Discordant,
No.
Just
It
the
goes
2
down.
pop it. Yeah.
I still got it.
Yes, the finisher.
That's amazing.
Even
for
with
sure.
my attempts, I fail.
all right. So the water elementals collapse into the water below and the pond goes still.
Oh, I'm sure they didn't hear that at all.
I'm sure there will be more.
Are these shrieking mushrooms, Oran? Were you able to tell?
Yeah, no, I don't think they're shrieking. They're just regular old mushrooms. Just big.
This whole place gives me the creeps.
I didn't really investigate them that much, though, so I don't know.
As you guys enter this area, let me describe a little bit about what you see. You see thick fans of sickeningly colored mushrooms, some as tall as a human, sprout in this muddy soil in a sprawling cavern. Some of the larger stalks are missing caps and bear clean cuts In the cavern's north end, you see several large crates filled with fleshy fungus. What would you guys like to do?
Investigate those fungi.
Okay, roll a perception check.
I want to look at these crates.
Well, that's what I mean. The crates.
Oh, okay. Well, as you guys walk in that direction,
Oh no! I
I
want to
need
roll
both of
perception.
you to roll perception checks.
Oh, okay.
Okay. My perception check is an 18.
Mine is a 20.
All right. With those rolls, as you guys make your way up towards those crates, you get right in between some of these mushrooms. And then at the very last second, you don't notice this until it is practically too late, but out of the mushrooms jump some familiar creatures
Fungi.
that were hiding.
Oh, red caps.
Red caps.
No.
And I need you all to roll initiative again as they heard everything and were waiting.
We rested after the elementals. We got our hero thingy. Or the
That
hunter.
sounds right. Oh, but hey, we get hunter's blessings on these guys, right? They're
No,
fey.
because we've pretended we got it. But we
Yeah, we didn't actually get it.
Because that's his new spell.
Oh, that's right.
So Oran got a 15.
13.
13, that's correct. Kieran got a 25. Gideon got a 10. And Jessup got a 21. In the surprise round, both red and green are going to act. I'm not going to have blue act because none of you came close enough for him to pop out, but you do see that, like, he did pop out when the others did, but I'm not going to have him act in the surprise round. So just red and green. And they are each going to throw a thorn at one of you. So red will try at Kieran.
Oh no, is this poison again?
So you are flat-footed. This is a 26 to hit.
That does not hit my flat-footed, but it does pop an image.
Okay. And then green will try to throw a thorn at Oran with a natural 3. So does a 16 hit your flat-footed, Oran?
No.
Okay.
That would just barely hit my touch.
So you see one of these thorns bounce off your armor, and that is the surprise round. Opening up at the top of round 1, green was first in initiative, so he's gonna... Yeah, the thorn was wildly useless, so he's not even going to attempt to do that again. He's just going to 5-foot step up and full attack. So he's going to make 2 attacks with his sickle, and then he's going to kick you with his boot. His pointed boot.
His boot weapon.
So you are still flat-footed as you have not act, but natural 2 is going to miss. A 25 will miss, and then the boot is another 25, which will miss.
Yes.
That brings us to Kieran.
All right, Kieran will make 2 attacks on... Actually, Kieran's going to 5-foot step back and make 2 attacks on green.
Okay.
So, first attack... Oh boy, this is rough. First attack is a natural 1.
That
Second
will miss.
attack is a 20 with a natural 7. Oh, I guess because it's lower. Yeah.
A 20 will miss.
Yeah. Unbuffed Kieran is kind of useless.
Yep.
Don't agree with that. Don't agree with that.
Yep. you
Yep.
You're
suck.
supposed to
Useless.
say, no, Sarah,
Worthless.
Kieran's not useless.
Useless.
That's true.
That's my turn.
That'll bring us to Blue, who's going to figure something out later. Jessup.
Inspire. So,
All right. Swift action inspire.
Swift action inspire. Crush. Standard. I see somebody's drawing it for me. Thanks. I don't have many level 3 spell slots left.
Did you lose a lot of them when you reincarnated?
I lost, I mean, not a ton, but it's definitely having to make me more reserved with that. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to take a gamble at it. I'm just going to take a shot. So I'm assuming Jessup never put away his bow from the
Probably
bridge. So yeah, we're just going to swift action, and then I'm just going to full round attack. I guess we'll go for green.
You go for gold, buddy. You got this.
Yay! Let's see what I can do. So, yeah. 27, 31, 27.
Those will all hit.
Who keeps drawing angry faces on Oran?
All right. So it's just going to be the 10, 14, 14. What you see is what you get, Jason.
Okay. The first arrow just bounces off its skin, but the other two seem to do a little bit more.
Okay, well, hi, they took 8. Oh, I'm back. Oh, no, I'm not.
All right. After Jessup, blue will actually take its turn. So it's going to rechange that initiative. So blue is actually going to move to be kind of over here, and then it's going to do a thorn throw at Jessup.
It's a long-range thorn throw.
Yeah. That's probably going to miss. That's a 21.
Okay, my AC's not that bad.
Yeah, their to hits aren't amazing with the thorns.
I'm assuming that was regular AC, right? Wasn't
Yeah,
any reason.
I mean, if it was touch, it would make it a lot more likely, but yeah, they just don't have a lot to hit, I guess.
No, that misses.
All right. After blue, it's actually red's turn. Red will flank Oran and full attack.
No.
Probably not even with flanking, but that is a 31.
No.
Yeah, they have to roll a natural 20. Natural 19 is 32.
No.
What's your AC, bud?
34.
What? That's crazy.
Yep, so they all miss. All those attacks miss. And that is its turn. Bringing us to Oran.
What, does Gideon get to go, or?
No.
You're at the bottom of the round.
I haven't gone yet.
Oh, I thought you had.
Can I have my turn, Josh? Okay.
I'm
Is that
sorry.
okay? Is that okay with you?
It's fine. I just thought you had already gone. I thought you already did something cool.
Nope.
I apologize.
Unacceptable. He'll 5-foot step and attack green.
All right.
Smash.
So, against green, the 37 will hit.
15 points of damage.
Your Warhammer does bounce off a little bit, but you know you did some damage with that attack.
Ugh.
That brings us to Gideon.
All right. Do I've got an angle to charge there?
Yeah.
Should I charge to this square instead, or is that in the way?
Yeah, I'd say only the one. Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Okay, and I do that.
Okay.
And I'll hit him with the Enduring Bloom.
38 will hit.
Nice. Then I'll hit him with the damage next.
You do something.
And then Jessup tickles him a little bit more.
Yeah.
Thank God for Jessup.
Jessup the finisher.
Top of round 2 of the actual combat, we have green. He's going to heal up some of the damage he took. And he is going to... He doesn't want to be flanked, so he's going to actually step here. And yeah, they don't really have anything else they can do other than keep trying their full attack for what little that's worth. So a natural 20 will do it. And I don't think no matter what he rolled, it would have not confirmed. So 30 does not confirm, but natural 20 does hit. So Oran will take 16 points of damage. But the other 2 attacks will both miss, despite the one being a really, really good roll. And Jessup, from right beside you and slightly ahead of you,
No.
an arrow flies out
Window.
towards this guy.
Oh,
Yes.
good. Yeah.
Get up, window.
You do have Inspire up, right?
Yes, I do.
Can he even deal damage with their DR? I mean,
We'll see. So that is a 28 will hit. Actually, it's a higher with Inspire. So that does hit blue. This is a sneak attack, and I don't see anything in blue about being unable to be sneak attacked. So 24 will do some damage to blue. And then he pops back out. Or, yeah, into invisibility. And that brings us to Kieran.
Oh boy. I guess Kieran will 5-foot step there and will...
Cleave?
I don't have cleave.
If you had, like, greatest cleave, you could hit 4 people at once.
Just do a sweep attack with my glaive just right down the line.
Yep, kill them all.
Behead my allies. That would go over well. All right, I'll just do my full attack with my glaive, I suppose. So
Who are you going for?
I am going for green, sorry.
Okay.
So first attack is a 25 on
That'll
a
hit.
natural 2. So cool.
It'll just
Hasted
hit.
attack is a 28. Iterative is a 37.
Hasted. There's no haste. Cheater.
Oh, okay.
Cheater.
You filthy cheat.
But we do have Inspire Courage, right?
Yes.
Okay, let me just re-roll those attacks.
I'm
'cause
sorry, you just have that.
34, 26, and 28.
Why did you do that?
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm so messed up, guys.
Why would you re-roll?
Because I had haste bonus in there, so I was just going to do it fresh.
You would just take one away.
I understand. So 24 and 27. No,
the
24
27
and
will hit.
36. 36.
Yeah, the 36 will also hit, yeah.
Okay. So damage is 21 points of slashing, 6 points of acid, and that's it.
Yep, you do feel that a good portion of that went through. And is that your turn?
Yep, that's my turn.
All right. That brings us to Jessup.
Jessup is going to maintain. And he's going to move and then cast haste.
All right.
I believe this will put us within 30. Yes. All right. So Jessup will maintain, move up, and haste.
Ooh.
All right.
Sorry, Kieran.
Moving on from Jessup, Blue is going to go.
Throw a thorn.
He's going to try it one more time.
Oh my gosh, I was kidding.
If he fails the second time in a row, he's going to give up on that strategy, but he'll see. 24.
No, my AC's higher actually because I didn't attack this turn.
Figured not. Yeah, he'll do something else next round. But he does heal a little bit. Moving on to Red, who will heal all of the damage Gideon did. So he's back up to full. And he's actually going to step down a little bit this way, get some cover from Kieran, and full attack. Natural 2 is going to miss. Natural 9 on the iterative is going to miss. And then that's going to miss. So he is unable to pierce through your armor, bringing us to Oran.
5-foot step, and he's gonna attack.
Okay. The 36 will hit. The 27 will hit. The 25-19 miss.
Blah. Terrible damage.
Okay, a little bit of damage there. And at the end of the round, we have Gideon.
Who do I want to give the right to flank? I don't remember if green took its turn or not, so I'll head and go ahead
Green
and take
has
that.
not taken its turn yet,
Yeah, so it would move
Well,
out of the
right?
I mean-
or has red? Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter because we're about to be back to the top of the round.
Technically speaking, you're the bottom of the round, so everyone's taking their turn.
Yes, but I'm a 5-foot step. I'm gonna take
But you've
it.
done no damage to red. We've done some damage to green.
Yeah, I'm full round attack this guy with 2-weapon fighting on.
All right. 36 will hit. 16 natural 1 will miss. 28 will hit. The 39 critical hit with the shield will hit and confirm with a 27. And then the hasted attack will hit a natural 20 and a 39 to confirm.
So the shield bash will also get a free bull rush. So, and that's at a 39. Let me.
So if it's pushed into another creature,
I believe it's knocked prone.
are both knocked prone?
I swear to goodness, if you just knocked me prone.
Well, I can opt not to do it if that's how it would work.
No shield other, knocking you down.
Knocking me down. This is ridiculous. What do you got out for me, huh? What happened this weekend? That stupid Justin, I hope his character dies.
Again.
Again. With no
If
reincarnation.
there is another creature in the way of your bull rush, you must immediately make a combat maneuver check to bull rush that creature.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do it if you want to push them both back.
I don't want to push them both back. I thought that they would fall prone if pushed into an ally, but I don't see rule support for that, so I think I might have just understood it wrong.
I would imagine that they would both fall prone if you push, because like this is a medium-sized creature being pushed into a halfling.
Right.
So like I could see them both falling prone. I don't know if only he, because creatures don't count as walls. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that is Gideon's turn. Brings us to Green, who did not like that. But he also realizes that he can't really hit you, but he also realizes that there's not many options, so he's going to try for a natural 20. But that's not it. That is also not it. And man, I have rolled so many 19s with these guys, but they don't crit on 19s. So that's Green's turn. He heals up a little bit, but other than that is pretty useless there. Kieran, it is your turn.
Okay, I guess I shall 5-foot step back and try to hit green.
All right.
I'm trying to hit this sucker the whole time, and so
you are now hasted.
Yes, thank you for that. So I will attack once with my glaive, 37, hasted glaive, 33, and 29 for the iterative.
Yep, those will all hit.
Okay, so first attack is 24 points of slashing, 6 points of acid. Second one is 20 points of slashing, 3 points of acid. And then last one is 24 points of slashing, 5 points of acid.
Okay.
And 10 discordant voice from Jessup.
And with Jessup's discordant voice, it goes to -1.
Oh my goodness. But that is important. Can I roll a knowledge check on these to know about their fast healing?
At this point, I'd say that
We just know. We've
your
observed.
perception is high enough that you'd know that their wounds are actively healing. Yes.
Okay. All right. So Jessup, good heavens. Kieran will yell out, this one may have gone down, but it'll be back up. So hit it. And that's his turn.
That brings us to Jessup.
He's actually going to maintain performance. He's going to drop his bow. Free action, drop the bow. Move action, pull out the dagger. He is going to standard action, total defense, and he is going to 5-foot step.
Okay.
No, actually, I won't move. I'll stay there though.
Oh, we killed the green one?
It's down, but it might come back up.
Oh.
So Kieran shouted out to hit it.
Yes.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
hitting it.
I should probably cast Destruction on it while it's down.
You probably
Yeah,
should
do it.
do that, yeah.
So next up we have Blue, which will heal a little bit, and is actually going to move all the way up to be next to Jessup because his ranged attacks have not been working, and he will make 2 attacks. A 27, which will miss, and then a 23, which will miss. Coming to Red, Red will actually jump down to flank and full attack for all 3. That'll miss with a really bad roll. That might do it with a 32.
Not with total defense.
Oh, that's right. Nope. And then the kick will miss.
I knew what you was planning.
That will bring us to Oran.
I'll move down and take an attack.
All right.
Did you hit it after it went down, Kieran, or
Nope.
did it? Oh,
It's just at -1.
All right, so I'll actually move down, but then hit green. Or
Okay.
try and hit green. 39,
Yeah, that'll do.
Man, you really smush him.
17 points of damage.
All right.
Plus 3.
That'll bring us to Gideon.
Okay. Gideon was going to 5-foot step, full round attack.
All right.
With flanking.
I don't think so because you are total defense. So I don't think you threaten.
Yeah.
That is shenanigans.
Why are you totaling defense? You have shield other. You'll live forever.
Well, I prefer my ally not to take damage.
Treat Gideon like your punching bag. You're not doing it right.
Alright, turning off.
It's my first time. I'll learn.
I got haste, good hope, inspire courage, and I have my 2 weapon fighting penalties. Anything else that I'm missing as far as buffs?
I can add some if you want.
No. I just meant if my allies were. That was their chance to yell at me and say, "How could you?"
have 12 strength damage.
Okay, all right, I'll keep that in mind.
The 30 will hit, the 25 will hit, the 29 will hit. So 3 of those hit.
Okay, and you need the damage then.
7, 3, and then 9, so 19 damage.
Yep.
All right. You do a decent amount of damage there still with those attacks. And that's your turn.
Yeah, that's
All right.
how it's gonna be.
Brings us to the top of round 4, and Kieran, you're up.
Okay. Kieran will full attack Red. So, first attack, natural 1. Hasted attack, 32. Iterative attack, 37. And the first attack damage is 22 with 3 acid. Second attack is 22 with 1 acid. And 7 discordant voice.
All right.
And that I will 5 foot step here. That's my turn.
Moving straight on to Jessup.
Jessup will make some melee attacks. It'll be +2 higher because Gideon is flanking.
Yes, you are indeed flanking.
36, 31. Well, technically it's 2 higher, so it's at 38, 33, and 25.
Those will all hit.
9 damage, 11 damage, 10 damage. So 0.
1
1 and
damage.
Oh,
0.
On damage.
6.
Yep.
And then Jessup will. He would have held or performance, then he'll 5-foot step this way.
Okay. It is now their turns. They're both gonna 5-foot step. So technically blue would step, do his attacks, and then red would step, and red would have flanking, so I'll only give 1 flanking. So first attack, that will miss with a bad roll. 28.
Nope.
Okay. And then the kick is gonna miss. So this one has flanking, but a really bad roll. It's not gonna help. 19 plus 9 plus 2 is 30 even, I believe. So
Was this the kick?
this is the kick. Yep, the flanking kick. So you will take some damage. 16 points of damage.
Ah, my regal jewels.
So that'll actually be split. So you and Gideon will both take 8 because of Shield Azure.
Ah, that's what that feels like.
And they will heal up a little bit. Oh, look at that. One of them's at full. And that brings us to Oran.
I'm a 5-foot step and full attack red.
Okay, so the 39s will hit.
So 2 attacks. Jessup.
Thank you. Ooh.
Thank you.
All right, still some decent damage there. And at the bottom of the round is Gideon.
Who will repeat actions?
All right.
Actually, let's 5-foot step down there.
Okay.
Oh, you don't want my flanking?
Oh no, I changed my mind again. I want everybody to get flanking who can flank.
34 will hit. 36 and 26 and 25 will hit. So 4 of those will hit. It's still up. Starting to teeter a little bit, but it's managing. Top of round 5. Kieran.
Okay, Kieran will 5-foot step this way. He just 5-foot stepping all over the place. So now
Everybody's
he's
dancing.
flanking.
They're doing the waltz.
He's doing the waltz with Oran. He is flanking.
Yep.
I'll throw that on. And then I'll roll 9 attacks. So first attack is a 42.
Yep. That'll hit.
Second attack hasted is 41. Third
Mhm.
attack iterative is 26.
Still hits.
Okay. First attack damage is 21 slashing, 5 acid. Second damage is 26 slashing, 5 acid. Last attack is 25 slashing, 5 acid.
Okay. You know that the second attack knocks it unconscious. Do you just want to keep going with the third
Yeah,
attack? then?
I'll just do the
Okay.
third attack on it. Yep. And then that will be my turn.
All right. And Jessup, it's up to you now. Down to you. Your turn.
Jessup, might as well just go for a couple attacks here. No flanking. With the dagger. 34. Oh, goodness
34 will
gracious.
hit.
That was terrible. 16 and 16.
You even do
So-
2 points of damage.
All right. Well, hold you simmer your horses down there, big boy.
3 points of
three
damage.
1 on the d6. Nice. All right, now 5-foot step.
And it is Blue's turn. He will heal that 3 damage back up
That's rude.
and will full attack you. No longer flanking. Oh, I think that'll do it. 33.
Yes.
Iterative is going to miss with a 26, and then that one's like a 13, so that's going to... But the one attack does hit.
Sorry, Gideon.
So you will take 9 points of damage. Gideon will take 8. That brings us to Oran.
Hey, that's me. Can't quite get to it and still get to do a full round attack, but I'll move down. I'm going to try and punch it with a hammer.
Oh, if I say you're natural attacking?
41 will hit.
15
It does a little bit of damage, yeah.
plus.
We just had the one?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's right, because you had to move. I'm sorry. I was waiting for a full round action. Attack.
Oh, that's not bad. 5.
All right.
5.
And at the end of that round, we have Gideon.
All right, so let me see how much movement I have. Even hasted.
You have no movement? None?
Hasted, I can do it. Look at that. So we'll do just that. Sneak all the way around there, get ourselves some flanking, take a single attack.
Why is Gideon a cowboy in this combat?
I don't know, it's just the
gonna-
mood.
You gotta roll stealth if you're gonna sneak.
And 7 points of damage.
All right.
8.
Oh yeah.
Oof.
All right. Top of round 6, we have Kieran.
All right, Kieran will move to be here, and then he'll pow pow with a magic missile. 16 force damage.
Give me a spell resistance roll, please.
No,
Oh,
ridiculous.
you were just waiting for those words.
What?
A 23.
23. It does seem to work.
Okay, that's my turn.
After you, Green will take a move action to stand up and will move down here.
I see.
I thought we had hit him for lower.
You had brought him down to -11, so 3 rounds later, he was up.
Was he not the one that we hit first? Oh, DR. Okay, never
He
mind.
was at -1, and you hit for another 10. After him, it is Jessup's turn.
Jessup gonna put it back down.
You'll try.
Maybe take 3 damage.
Oh,
There you go.
37 with a 34 confirmation for a crit.
that'll do it.
18 and 26.
26 will hit.
So he'll take 11 damage with DR from the crit, and 1 damage on the third. And then let's roll 2 discordance over here. Not 5.
So he does take the 11, which puts him down, but even the +4 for attacking a prone target, you will not be able to get past his armor with the second attack. The third attack will hit for 1 damage and then another 3. Okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
All right. Brings us to Blue, which will heal up a little bit. And I mean, he knows one of you is slightly easier to hit, so he'll try to full attack Jessup, I guess. 33 will hit on the first attack, miss, and miss. So he does hit once for another 18. So you and Gideon will both take 9. And then we will come to Oran.
I'll attack the blue one.
Okay.
Death to
You
the
are
blue.
Flanking.
Oh, I didn't program in flanking, so
That's
there'll
fine.
be
We can
one
just
higher.
add 2.
Or 2 higher, yeah.
Yep, those will all hit. Yep, so 4 hits there.
We'll take it.
And then on the other side, we have Gideon.
Other side of the flank, indeed. So we're going to go ahead and full round attack. And we're going to go ahead and give ourselves 2 weapon fighting.
31 will hit, 34 will hit, and 28 will confirm. 22 will miss, 30 will hit, 38 will hit.
Of course, this combat's the one where I will roll unnaturally high number of
Right.
nat 20s.
All right, yep. At the top of round 7, we have Kieran.
Kieran will 5-foot step in. Actually, 5-foot step there. And he will full attack
All right.
with a 35
Yep.
on the first, 42 on the hasted, and then 21 on the iterative.
21 will miss.
Okay, so first attack is 19 slashing, 6 acid. Second attack is 24 slashing, 6 acid. And then I'm going to shoot off a quickened magic missile at Green.
Okay.
And that is 16 force damage.
Give me a spell resistance.
Oh, right. 29.
Okay. That will do it.
Okay. That's my turn.
And that brings us to Jessup.
The finisher.
He's going to attack Green.
Green? Okay.
Yeah.
Green?
I'm just going to make sure I keep it down.
That's
All
cool.
right.
I'll do the first 2. Never mind. I guess it's an only attack. Hit once. For 1.
Yep. For 1.
3 more.
For 4.
Yeah. He's never getting up.
All right. And from this side of the room, an arrow.
Oh, yay.
So that, I don't think he crits at a 19. Oh, he does. Oh, he will not. Well, he's invisible with. Yeah, that will confirm. Not that that will do much of anything, but technically he will do this much damage. 25, which is reduced, but all right. Does not put the Blight Guard down, and the Blight Guard heals up a little bit, but some damage. Blight Guard will move somewhat out of one of the flanks and full attack. Jessup. Miss. Miss. And Oran.
I'll try and slap him with the hammer again.
Just so you know, you are not flanking because Kieran has a reach weapon. But all of those will hit, and that does put him down.
Yay, and then 13 damage while he's down.
Yep, puts him at minus 19. And with that, you would be able to then finish him off immediately afterwards to put him below his con of 26. And with that, the room goes silent.
Coup de grace is around.
Gideon, coup de grace all of us.
Jessup will go pick up his bow.
I will inspect these bodies for anything tasty.
What? Oh, that's right. You have a blighted taste now.
Yeah, Kieran eats them. He
Just starts
now
ripping
craves
off.
the flesh of blighted creatures.
You look back and he's like got his mouth on one and he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I couldn't help it.
Craving for hands.
Hands.
My stomach had the rumblies that only hands can satisfy.
And only hands can satisfy.
Kieran!
Oh, yeah,
That kills
Kieran!
people.
That kills people, Kieran!
And I slashed them. Sometimes.
So, other than their armor and weapons, you don't see anything else, but I did put in the chat what they were wielding. Oran, as you go up north to finally look at those crates, you see as you get closer, it looks like these crates they've been kind of reworked into small, like, mushroom farms.
Oh.
And you can see maybe a dozen very fine-sized creatures, like diminutive creatures, with little fairy wings flitting around each of the boxes in tattered robes. And as you get close, they all like scatter in fear and like go into little holes inside of the crates.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought for a second I was going to have to deal with a swarm.
Nope. It's they kind of all scatter and hide in the crates as you approach.
Can I try talking to them? I probably don't speak their language.
You can try.
Try Terran.
Yeah, we'll try Terran. Why not?
I was being facetious.
Yeah, if you speak in Terran, you don't know. You doubt that they understand what you said.
Okay, is that the only thing of interest with these boxes?
You see that the boxes they have, it looks like most of where these larger mushrooms had been cut cleanly, the tops of them.
Yeah.
They've been moved kind of over here and were being cultivated. You don't know if these mushrooms are safe, edible,
Could I do like
but they were probably being used as some sort of food source.
sort of check for that? Like a survival check?
You could just try to eat it and see what happens.
I'd rather
Yeah,
not.
that's how they used to do it. Trial and error. Oh no, Jeremy died. He ate a new berry.
Gideon, these mushrooms are medicinal in nature. You should make them into a tea and drink them. For that 18
I would
buff.
say that this might fall under something like craft alchemy or profession herbalist or maybe even profession cook, anything of that relevant nature.
Could you just do knowledge nature?
You could do knowledge nature to identify like what kind of mushrooms they are, but that wouldn't tell you if they've been cultivated into anything unnatural.
Well, I could try to identify them at least to figure out what they are.
If you'd like, you could roll a knowledge nature.
Yes, I would. 27.
Okay, with a 27, you know that typically these are edible mushrooms. Again, you don't know if they were being cultivated with an additional special effect or if these were just like, a plain old food source. But typically speaking, these are edible mushrooms.
Yes, I believe these are edible mushrooms. I'm not sure if they've been drenched in chloroform or whatnot, but to each their own. Do we see the little pixie things, or are they all hiding?
Yeah, so when Oran got close, all of you would have heard like a series of frightened screams as they all flew into the boxes.
Screams? That makes me feel bad.
Can we see them, or they're like literally hiding now?
They're inside the boxes. I mean, like you could open the boxes, but currently you can't see them. They're just little tiny holes in the boxes that they fled into.
Can I see through a hole without opening it?
If you want to get down and look inside, you can.
I will hold my breath and do so.
Okay. You kind of kneel down into one of the boxes and kind of put your head up a little close to it and look inside, and you can see that there is like maybe half a dozen of these small creatures inside, and as soon as you get close, they like shriek in fear and flee to like the corners of the boxes furthest from the hole that you are looking into. You can roll a knowledge nature to identify them if you'd like.
Please. 30.
30, you know that these are pixies. Generally speaking, pixies are neutral good fae.
Didn't we meet some pixies?
Yeah, they wanted us to duel each other.
Yeah, they wanted
And
to
duel
duel
them.
Those were atomies, not pixies.
Oh,
Oh.
sorry. They
Yeah,
look
you
like pixies.
heathens.
Yeah, idiots.
I'm assuming Jessup, they speak Sylvan, or no? They
Yeah,
wouldn't
you would know that they speak Common and Sylvan.
Okay. So yeah, Jessup will speak. I guess you'll just do it in common since everybody can hear. Oh, do not be worried. We are just here traveling. We're actually trying to find Gwendwyn. Gwendwyn?
You speak and you kind of look at them for a bit and you're kind of trying to figure out what their situation is. Judging from their garb, you think that they were probably used as like slave labor. Even you trying to talk to them, you think that they've been thoroughly broken, that they don't give any response to anything that you say. They're just deeply frightened of everything that you are doing.
Jessup would relay that. I'm trying to see if there's anything that I can do. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do that I wanted to. Yeah, guess Jessup would just relay that to the group. I'm assuming that they were used for some sort of slave labor. And now they're unfortunately broken. Husks of what they once were.
That's sad.
That was the least empathetic sad I've heard.
Did you eat one of the sleepy mushrooms?
That was said in all sincerity, Jason. I don't know what you're talking about.
I felt the sincerity, don't worry.
Thank you.
Well, I guess, make a mental note maybe to come back here later, but I guess we'll just press on, I suppose.
All right. And you guys are moving down deeper into the system of caverns, yes?
Yes, continuing onward.
As you guys move down, I will reveal a little bit of what you see and give some description. There's going to be some of it.
Ooh, this looks fun.
So, first description. I will describe what you see in this open area. You see, let me put them all on the map here.
Oh boy.
You see the wild roots growing from the floor in this open area grow thick in several places. They kind of fold into each other and they form several simple chairs and benches. This faux furniture circles a massive tree that you can faintly smell like a sickly sweet fruit. Various sundries of high society, like engraved flatware and needle-lace dollies and delicate porcelain, rest upon finely carved real tables and sideboards, which are hopelessly stained with mildew and rot. As you guys get there, you see around this tree, there's kind of like a very faint cloud of pink mist, and there are 3 feminine figures that are kind of lounging in the wooden furniture here, and they appear to be passed out.
I'm sure it's not at all because of the pink mist.
Probably not. I think that's
Just
unrelated.
2 separate things, yeah.
unrelated for the most part, I
Yep,
would think.
that's kind of what I was thinking too.
I need the 3 of you because Gideon's still all the way up by the pixies. In fact, I think Shield Other might be gone because of how far away he is from the rest of the party.
Yep,
Don't know why you were
probably.
checking it from me, but that's
He's
fine.
just out there just nom-nomming mushrooms like Pac-Man.
Yeah, he's eating handfuls of
He's
pixies.
eating
and
the pixies' homes.
Wop, 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 wop. So we need to roll a fortitude save, or are we just waiting for Gideon to come back so that he can roll one with us?
I don't know. I don't know if
I think
Gideon's
Josh
with you or
is
not.
dying. He's.
Can you
Are you
hear me?
alive? Yeah, you
Yes.
doing
Yeah.
okay, bud?
Yeah, we're doing great over here.
Did you rearrange your living room?
No, when I no, but my roommates did need help with some household chores, so I had to run down real quick. They needed something from me. Anyhow,
He's
I'm
down there
back.
plunging
Living room?
toilets.
I'm back now.
Had to be a plumber for a minute.
I didn't need to plumb anything.
Everywhere.
We're all good. We're back. Gideon would have offered words of encouragement to the pixies and some veiled proselytization.
Are those faces in the trees?
We'll get there.
Yeah, it does. The fruit looks like heads.
It looks like heads.
We'll-
Those are
okay.
heads.
We'll
Sorry.
get there.
Sorry.
The
yes,
base of the
sorry.
tree looks like teeth. Yep. It's definitely
We'll get there.
teeth and faces.
I
Okay.
don't like that.
Okay.
So
Fort save, you say?
all four of you, as you come within range of this tree, you kind of you smell something in the air, and I would like a will save from everyone.
Oh dear,
Oh,
that's not
yikes.
good. Will is not my forte. Ooh, I bet a 15 fails.
Is it a poison or spell-like ability?
My guess
No.
is probably not.
Does none of those things. Okay, so we have a 15 from Kieran, a 21 from Jessup, a 25 from Oran, and a 28 from Gideon. So Gideon and Oran, you kind of plug your noses as you smell this and whatnot, but
Stinks
you
in here.
notice that Jessup and Kieran, their eyes kind of cloud over slightly, and they begin to walk towards the tree. So I want everybody to roll initiative to see what order things occur.
26. Yuck. Oh no, Oran, stop me.
9. I ain't stopping nobody.
So Kieran rolled
It's
a
up to Gideon.
26.
Good luck,
Oran
Gideon.
rolled a 9. Jessup rolled a 15.
Bone shakers Kieran back
Bone
to
shakers him.
Gideon rolled a 19.
Come to your senses, bone shaker.
bone shaker.
Okay. At the top of round 1, so Kieran, you smell this, whatever this scent is, and it's kind of intoxicating in a way. It's unnaturally sweet and pleasant. On your turn, I would like you to approach the tree via the most direct possible route.
Okay. I can get right up to it.
So you guys see Kieran just walks up right up to the tree. He's standing right by the tree now.
Fly up. Thank you very much.
And as you get within 30 feet of it, you hear this kind of droning sound coming from the tree. It's almost like the fruit, which it doesn't really come to any recognition to you because you're intoxicated by this scent, but you do see that the fruit is vaguely like human heads that are humming, but like it doesn't stand out as weird to you because of the intoxication. But this humming, this droning, I do need another will save.
Okay, you got it. It's a 29. Wow.
Okay. Yeah, you don't really make anything out of the humming, but
Okay.
you move up to the tree.
Okay.
Next up it would be Gideon. So Gideon, you kind of plucked your nose and, stopped yourself from inhaling too much of this, but you see Kieran walked ahead. What would you like to do?
And these 4 women are all passed out that are up, or 3 women that are up there are passed out?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know about the 4th one, but the 3 that I'm looking at.
Nope, that fourth one's Kieran.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they appear to be like totally passed out. They're just like lounging. I can show you what they look like.
Does Kieran seem in his right faculties, like he knows what he's doing, or not so much?
I don't know who. That looks like it was probably Justin. Somebody's drawing a fourth person there.
What? That's not me.
You can roll a sense motive.
I did. 18.
18. It's hard to say. You don't it doesn't look like anything's off with an 18, and you do know that Kieran is pretty knowledgeable about like magical things, so it's entirely possible that he just recognizes what this is and is investigating. It might be slightly odd that he's just moving ahead without saying anything, but I mean that has happened in the past.
Careful, Kieran. What do you notice? And he'll walk 20 feet forward himself.
Okay. As you get within 30 feet of this tree, you also hear that humming, that droning noise, and you also look up and notice that the fruit of the tree is vaguely humanoid faces, like heads. Give me a will save. 15. So as you're walking forward, you're not taking in this scent, but this droning it's very unsettling. The frequency, the low frequency that you're hearing this, the persistence of it, it's genuinely unnerving. You are shaken, and that is your turn.
Kind of standard action?
Oh yeah, I guess that was one move action, so yeah, you can standard.
Yeah, my divine touch now removes shaken, so I'll go ahead And but I don't want to heal.
Why not?
I like to think that whenever Gideon does his divine touch, he's just doing a JoJo's pose.
Where he touches his like forehead.
Yep, and then like one on his back.
So we'll use the enduring bloom then to cast remove fear.
Okay, after Gideon, we have Jessup. Jessup, since
Delay.
you also failed,
Delay.
on your turn,
Delay.
I guess I just walk right up.
yep, you just walk straight up and approach the tree.
Okay. Do I have to roll a will as well, or no?
Yeah, as you get within 30 feet, go ahead and give me another will save.
26.
Okay, again, the humming doesn't really seem to bother you all that much. And that will bring us to Oran.
What was going on in this room up here?
Up here? Okay, I can, if you want to look in that room, I can describe it here. So you see that this room there are glowing candle-shaped clumps of green fungus dimly illuminating the whole eerie, like, laboratory that you're looking at. Throughout the chamber, there are small wicker tables that support the restrained bodies of fey creatures that have been viciously vivisected. The largest table in the center of the room holds a body alongside instruments of torture. 2 hanging cages fill the north end of the room, one of which seems to be filled with several small creatures.
That's awful.
What would you like to do?
Guess I'll follow my friends because I don't know what they're doing. Hugging a tree or something.
Okay. As you get within 30 feet of the tree, give me another will save as you hear this droning noise coming from the head fruit.
Oh, that's not ideal.
All right.
Oh, no.
With a natural 1, like Gideon, this low frequency is very unnerving, and you are shaken by the noise.
I don't like it.
All right. At the top of round 2, Kieran, you are beginning your turn within 5 feet of this tree. Give me a will save.
I'm not good at saves. Quit making me roll them. Natural 20 for a 30.
Reroll that garbage.
Rolls a natural 20.
I'm using up all my luck, though.
You're briefly kind of filled with the sensation of like, I wonder what that fruit tastes like.
Oh no.
Like, in your head.
Don't eat it. Don't eat the fruit.
But like, for the time being, you're like just considering it. You don't make any move.
Oh, I mean, he's eaten flesh before, so it wouldn't be the first time.
That's true.
That moves on to Gideon.
So I don't have like a turn to do anything. I'm still just by the
Nope,
tree.
you are still fascinated.
Okay.
I want to take a look at these knocked out women. What's up with them?
You look at these 3 female figures that are lying around, and they... Do you have knowledge nature?
No.
Okay, so you don't know what kind of creatures they are. They do appear to be some sort of fae, and you can tell by looking at their skin that they are blighted fae, similar to the blight guard that you have encountered, blighted in that sense. But they just... It's almost as if like they're drunk on the fumes, sort of a thing. They seem like, as you're looking at them, they might even be conscious. They're just like intoxicated and not really motivated to do anything at the moment, it seems.
He'll turn to look at Kieran and put his hand, like, I'm assuming Kieran's like facing the tree, so he'll put his hand on his, like, the back of his shoulder and be like, Kieran, something does not seem right here. Alright, be careful.
Kieran doesn't make any response. He's just looking at the fruit up there.
At no response, Gideon will kind of lightly start to like pull him to face him, like pull him back a little bit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does his eyes or anything move or anything like that when he pulls him back to look at him?
I would say you could spend like your turn like kind of jostling him a little bit, and he doesn't seem to really pay you any attention. He's just really focused on those fruits up there.
Or no, I think he's under a magical effect. We should pull back from this.
All right, that'll be your turn, Gideon. Next up, we have Jessup. Jessup, you're starting your turn within 5 feet of the tree. Give me a will save.
No, delay again.
No delay.
Can I get a 20? Oh no. 14.
So you're looking up at the tree. you're looking at these fruits, and like there's something really compelling about them. Like they look very strange, obviously. Like you wonder what they would taste like. So you reach out and you grab one, and you're kind of looking at it, and before anybody even has the chance to like stop you from doing what would almost certainly be a foolish choice, you kind of bite into the skull of this head fruit, and I need a fortitude save now.
So Jessup does. 19.
19. All right. You take that's a roll.
You take
One
You
for
one.
acid damage.
You pulled a Sarah.
I did. All right. So you take 3 wisdom damage,
Nice.
and you are confused.
Oh, that's not good. He's probably gonna hit me.
So let me bring up the confusion table to figure out what you actually do on this turn.
Didn't I have my whole turn?
Well, it doesn't say that is any sort of action. It's just you grab out. I mean, I guess it could be your
Move
action.
action to pick it up. Standard action to eat it.
Well, here's the problem that I'm saying is like if you're confused for 1 round, then nothing happens. If you consider all of that to be an action,
The confusion lasts 1 round.
the effect of this is a poison, but like if you're saying that all of those were actions, then it's like you're poisoned and the effect does nothing for that round.
Or would it be poisoned till the end of my next round then?
That's not normally how we play it. We could play it that way.
It doesn't
it's
matter.
just it doesn't
doesn't
really
matter.
work that way because you'd roll at the start of your next turn and then still suffer the effects from the previous turn. That's not how we normally do it. That's why I was saying like all of that is flavor stuff.
Okay.
Because it just doesn't work mechanically if you start adding in actions to an effect that has things happen on it. You know what I'm saying?
So swift action, grab the fruit, free action, eat it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Because otherwise the ability just doesn't make sense.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody has any objections.
Yeah, no. Unless it lasted for like several rounds, but even then it wouldn't make a difference.
It lasts for 12 days.
Oh my.
Let me
Wow.
roll here. So, okay, yeah, I guess we'll just count those as actions because you act normally.
Oh, yay!
So you're still fascinated. You're just, you take a bite and keep looking at the tree, I guess.
Oh, this is gross. I'm going to eat another one.
Oran, it is your turn. You witness something mildly disturbing from the man standing next to you.
Yeah, and I'm fairly positive Gideon just told me to like walk away. Like, we should get out of here. Like, okay, I don't know what I'm supposed to do about
Yeah,
that.
Gideon tells you, like, we should get out of here.
We
Something's
should
wrong.
get
And then
out of here,
immediately next
something's wrong.
second, Jessup
Yeah.
takes a bite out of a skull fruit.
we should abandon our friends and
We should
leave.
just abandon our friends and leave. Like, good luck, guys. This doesn't concern us.
That's not what he suggested.
Your dietary habits are not my issue. I'm like, I could heal Jessup, and that would pretty much get rid of his confused and his wisdom damage. But
Yeah, that'd be a bit much.
that seems like a bit much. But I don't know how to get him out of it otherwise.
That sounds like a delay.
Yes, because I'm not really sure what to do. So
Okay.
that's a delay. And if things get worse, I will heal Jessup. Like with heal.
Okay.
If it gets worse. If I see him... Okay, so let me put it that way. If I see him do something odder than taking a bite out of a skull. Like if he attacks us or hurts himself, then I will
Wait,
use
odder
heal.
than... So if he eats another one, then that's not considered odd?
If he eats another one, then I guess. If he reaches to try and bite another one, then I will use heal on Jessup.
Okay. Top of the next round, we have Kieran. Kieran, you're still very interested in those fruit, but like you see Jessup take one, and he takes a bite, and you're like, yeah. And that's your turn.
Oh, all right.
You're like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it says once somebody saves against the enticing head fruits, they're immune for 24 hours. So I guess you're just captivated. You're not interested, but you're also interested
Okay.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So that's Gideon's turn. So we're back to Jessup.
It was Gideon's turn?
Sorry, Kieran, going to Gideon. I had clicked the thing twice. So it's Gideon's turn now.
He'll be like, come on, Kieran, come with me. Let's leave.
Yeah, you also did see Jessup eat one of the things.
Yeah. Does he still have the fruit in his hand?
Yeah, it's still there. You only took one bite so far. There's plenty left.
Jessup, I don't think you want to eat that. And he'll knock it out of his hand, and then he'll reposition or drag or move or pick up Jessup.
Okay. Roll a
Just gonna walk away with him.
Yeah, just gonna get him out of
You guys are
there.
acting so nonchalant about it.
It's like, bro, I think you want to get out of there. So it's gonna. Does he come willingly if I try to, like, come on, buddy?
I'll require a combat maneuver check.
Are you grappling me?
Yeah, he'll try to grapple you, yeah. CMB,
He is.
27.
Oh, that beat my 16.
Yeah.
Wow.
All right, so I will drag him with me. Let's go.
No, the fruit.
So I would technically, grapple him here, and then I can move half my speed away. So
No.
there.
Okay. That brings us to Jessup. Jessup, you are confused, but because technically speaking, an attack roll was just rolled against you, you will immediately begin to attack Gideon.
Do I have to break free though, or
Well, we'll see. Give me a another fortitude save for this round first. We'll just do this one by one.
no.
Here.
13?
Okay, so first you take one more wisdom damage,
Nice.
and then you begin to full attack Gideon with whatever you have available.
I guess would my heal go off then? Like before he does his attack or after he does his attack?
I will say you were keeping a close eye on him for if he did something weird. You were expecting him to start eating the fruit again,
Yeah.
but when you see him kind of like, I imagine maybe like go for his knife and try to like, he's clearly in a stabby motion. You're
Yeah.
like, okay, that's not supposed to happen, so I'll let you use a ready to action.
Yeah, so he'll heal Jessup.
Okay.
And that heals all my ailments?
Yes.
Not your negative levels.
Well,
Yeah, so all of your ability damage, so the wisdom damage is gone.
yay.
Your confusion is gone.
Yay.
Let me just see. I think this was a... Does this count as a poison or something else? It's a poison. So the poison's gone. You're at full hit points.
But I'm still fascinated.
Technically you would still be
No,
fascinated.
I want the
because-
fruit. Leave me alone, you fiends.
But the full round attack is cut short. You're now just kind of like still looking over in that direction.
Okay.
And we'll move Oran to be just before Jessup. At the bottom of the round, now that you have started to move the captives away, the tree is going to take its actions.
Ah! What? The tree?
It is going to make one bite and two slams at, I guess, Oran, because Gideon's kind of got cover. So,
I mean, Kieran's standing there, but that's fine.
well, Kieran's captivated, so it likes him.
He doesn't want the mind fruit, the head fruit.
Well, he might in another tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So the bite is it's only a 29. The slam number 1 is an
Oh, wait.
natural 1.
Turn some buffs off. Hang on. I mean, that one still misses, but
Okay. The other two were very bad rolls, so all of those will miss as it attempts to attack you.
it's a creature?
Seems like it.
Interesting.
Top of round 4. That would bring us to Kieran, who is still captivated. And we'll just move on to Gideon.
Okay. Well, seems like combat is afoot. So, go ahead and cast Paragon Surge for Shieldmaster. And we'll release the grapple. And, I guess get to Damage Town.
Against Jessup.
No.
Beat him until he comes to his senses. That's the best
But
medicine.
we'll move in to attack the tree, provoking. Actually, I can try to acrobatics.
What?
Yeah, your acrobatics fails,
Yeah, so we'll just take it.
but its attack of opportunity misses.
Okay.
That brings us to Oran's turn.
Okay. 5-foot step here, and I guess I'll attack the tree.
Okay.
Ugh, only one of those was decent.
Yeah, the 35 will hit.
Does it do any damage?
Seems like it.
Oh,
You
okay.
smash one of the head fruits.
Ah, smash head fruit. Is there a knowledge check to know what kind of tree this is?
Knowledge nature.
I don't have that.
Then no.
Okay. This is a naturally occurring tree. That's weird.
Of course.
Okay, that's my turn then.
That'll bring us to Jessup. So, on your turn, just move to the closest available spot next to the tree.
Would that be here?
Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
On the tree's turn, it's going to go after Gideon, I guess. Sure. It's going to full attack. Say 32, a 31, and a natural 2.
32 hits.
All right. So you will take a total of 14 damage. At the top of round 5, at this point, Kieran, you're starting to work your way out of the effect. Give me another will save.
Oh no. Will save 27.
Okay, you kind of shake your head and kind of rub your nose a little bit, and you're actually suddenly free of this captivation and aware of everything that's been going on around you, and you immediately kind of plug your nose, and you may act as normal.
Okay, I guess I will attack the tree then.
Okay.
I will roll my attacks.
So, with reach,
Oh, I will.
if you're standing in the tree.
I'll just grow my claws and I'll just make claw attack.
Okay.
All right, so 1 round off of my claws, and I will do I'll just do 2 claws. 24 and 25.
Both of those scrape at the bark, but don't seem to do any real damage.
Okay.
I'll also say now that you're basically considered its enemy, I'm going to move you to be not in its square to occupy its space.
Okay, sounds good.
Because as soon as you realize it's an enemy tree, you take a step back. To get a little away
Darn you, enemy trees!
That brings us to Gideon.
Okay, I'm going to full round attack.
15, 14, 22, 28, 21.
Yeah.
You batter away at the trunk of this tree, and it's a tree, and it doesn't seem to do much.
Yeah, I figured.
All right. That would bring us to Oran.
I want to move back here.
All right. That'll provoke.
Okay.
Does a 34 hit?
Just exactly.
All right. You take 9 points of damage, and then Gideon will take the other 9.
What?
Oh, that's right. You swapped it. I forgot that it was not
Yeah.
not him anymore.
Rub
it was
it in.
Jessup now. So you'll
Yeah.
take all of that, actually,
Yeah.
because Gideon no longer loves you.
Correct. Gideon hates me. It's fine. His gods must have told him to abandon me. So I move back, and then I'm going to cast a spell.
All right.
Distraction!
Okay. So that is a thing that I have to do, yes?
Yeah, fort save for partial.
Fortitude save. The trees. Decent fortitude save.
It'll be a DC.
But a natural 1 doesn't matter.
Okay, then you take 150 damage.
150, you say.
Instantly delivers 10 points of damage per caster level.
All right. You hear the many, many, many heads of the tree wail out in pain. It is still up, but most of it is on fire.
Dang it, I'm never gonna destroy anything in holy fire.
You gotta do it when they're low health.
Low health. Well, I'm sticking to that tactic we talked about earlier, where if we haven't identified it and there's only one enemy, we just go all out.
Yep. Jessup, it's been a couple rounds. Go ahead and give me another will save, as you're starting to kind of shake your head at this scent a little bit.
Cooked face fruit.
Don't cooked face fruit. Don't eat it.
Save 14!
14. No, I mean it's still
It's
actually it might be
tasty.
better. So you're captivated still, and it is the creature's turn. It will full attack. It's gonna go after Kieran because Gideon did nothing. Well, neither of you did anything. It's gonna go after Kieran because Kieran was captivated and it wished that you hadn't left it. But that's probably gonna miss with a 26, 25. That's gonna miss. 27 might hit, and a 32.
Yes, my AC is 26, so
So the 2 slams hit.
yes.
You take 27 points of damage total.
Ouchie.
And it is Kieran's turn at the top of the round.
Okay, Kieran's gonna take one attack with the claw. 17. And then he's going to back up next to Oran.
That will provoke.
I figured.
It has combat reflexes.
It does.
Ah!
Trees shouldn't have feet.
That will be a 35 to bite you,
Yes.
as it deals. Unfortunately, it does not have swallow whole.
Thank goodness.
Oh my goodness. Can you
I don't think
imagine?
I couldn't handle it again.
Another 15.
I don't want to die to a tree.
That'll be its attack of opportunity.
Okay, it
But you
doesn't
get
grab
over
or
there.
anything. I can move back
Nope.
still. Okay.
Nope. It just bites a little chunk out of your calf, and then you see one of the head fruits kind of looks vaguely similar to your face for a brief moment. And then it comes to Gideon.
This isn't going great.
It probably doesn't have too much health
I
left.
mean,
I hit it
from
for
my
150.
yeah. I don't know what your standards are, but
Yeah, we'll attack. But we're going to forgo the 2-weapon fighting. We're just going to do it since I don't have Jessup's buffs.
36 will hit.
Okay.
Still up.
5 footstep there.
Oran, it is your turn.
I'll be honest, I didn't plan my next round because I thought we'd kill it by now.
Rookie move.
Rookie move! Didn't even look!
We don't kill things in like 3 rounds.
Right. I want to try...
Magic missile.
I haven't really ever done this, so I want to try casting Inflict Critical Wounds and then move up and touch it. How does that work?
Okay, so you know if you were to try that, you would provoke on the approach. And if you
Okay.
got hit, you could potentially lose the spell if you got hit.
Right.
But you could do that.
No, we're just gonna... I'm still gonna provoke. Yeah, that's fine. I'll provoke, but I'm gonna move up.
I'll give you 2 options. You can either cast it, move up, or you can move up and then cast defensively.
I will move up and cast defensively, because I think that's a better option for me.
So you move up, which will provoke. We'll see if it hits. A 30.
No.
Okay. So now you can cast defensively.
So that's a concentration check, right?
Yep. So cure critical would be DC 23.
Hey,
Okay.
third.
So you can cast it and deliver the spell.
Yay!
But it gets a will save for half.
It does.
The will save is an 18. That's probably not going to be enough.
It's DC... It's level 4 spell. It's DC 18.
Oh, then yeah,
Yeah.
half damage.
Half damage, so half of this.
All right. Joke's on you. It's healed by negative energy.
No!
But no, even with half damage, the tree does begin to droop as it collapses.
Now do we have to fight all these women?
They all wake up and they are angry.
They are
'Cause you-
angry. They're all banshees that start screaming.
Not because we killed the tree, but because Jessup ate some of the face fruit. That was their face fruit.
You guys kind of look around and the scent in the air, the mist kind of dissipates. And after a few moments, you do hear some groggy voices from the 3. And this one kind of opens her eyes and looks around, and you can hear like a kind of a depressed sigh. And she's like, "Now, why did you have to go and do that?" And we will pick it up there next week.